Hey y'all, I'm JamesWright, and welcome back to Wizards News, and oh my word, we've got so much to talk about today. This is huge! Potions, dragons, and so much more fun. Okay, I just finished watching the live stream from Anthony Constant. He is down under right now catching dragons, and so I'll be talking about that a little bit later, and I'll also leave a link to him down below if you want to see that. But first, I want to talk about the big bombshell of news that came out. We weren't expecting it, and suddenly, out of nowhere, it appears in everyone's app this afternoon. We now have a brand new potion. The Tonic for Trace Detection is out. So this is basically like a dark detector for you personally, as opposed to putting it on in. Now you can't stock them up, you can only have one, and it lasts for 30 minutes. So just like the dark detector, and so just like Brewfio's Brain Elixir, the tonic will last for 30 minutes. Now what this does is it causes more of the foundables to appear around you. It doesn't increase the quality of the foundables, but it does increase the quantity of the foundables. And on the Wizards News Hive Mind, we've actually been doing a bunch of tests on this today. So we've now had, about a half dozen tests where we've actually gone through and seen it. Basically, what this will do is it will bring one new spawn to you every 3 minutes or so throughout the 30-minute window. So you'll probably be getting somewhere around 10 new spawns. And it will bring whatever spawns regularly occur in that area. So if you are in a flag zone, it tends to bring more of the flag zone spawns. And you'll actually see that there is a pink swirl around you, as well as the pink swirl around the foundable that is called in. And unlike dark detectors, which rarely call an oddity, these apparently do call oddities just as common. So if an oddity is going to spawn in your area, these will call oddities to you. And so one of the nice things to do with these is you're at home, you can't get out, you're stuck at home or you're stuck somewhere. You can actually use these to call traces to you. And it's kind of a cool way to be able to do things when you're stuck and you can't go anywhere. Especially if you're stuck at home in the evening and you have the oddities spawning around you, but none of them are spawning at your location. You can put on one of these tonics and then call them to you so that you can actually be able to get them from where you are at. Within minutes of the new potion being released, the Orange Wizard already got on this and put out this infographic, which is phenomenal. It has a ton of information on here. And so I kind of wanted to go through this. Number one, that's what the tonic looks like. These are the ingredients needed for it. There's also a complimentary gift that comes along with this. It comes with one tonic. It comes with enough potions to brew at one time. And it also comes with potions capacity, potion ingredients capacity, and the seeds and water capacity. So this will bump up all of your vaults with it, not your energy vault, but all the other vaults up by 10 or 5 items. So this is kind of cool. I'm really surprised that they're doing this. So apparently they'll possibly be doing this every time they bring out a new potion. But this is also bumping up the standard rate. So if someone new joins the game, they will have a slightly higher rate than they would have earlier. So make sure you get in and accept that gift here quickly, because you'll also be getting another gift for Dragon's Day, which is currently live. So yes, today you can go in and claim 2 gifts for free that are loaded with all sorts of fun goodies. So let's actually talk about the potions here for a minute. All 4 of them you can find on the ground, and I have seen all of them on the ground. But the Rumpet Horn, you can find it on the ground. It's very rare on the ground, but you will regularly find it in port keys. So if you're running out of a Rumpet Horn, you can find that in your port keys. So this is probably the one item that you're going to have a hard time finding to make this potion regularly. So on that one, you're probably going to want to hold on to them as many as you can, or as many as you need. Now you'll notice I have this blocked out here. I'm not showing the master notes for this. I like to keep that game fun, because it is really fun to do with this. And this particular one, the pattern on it is interesting. And if you see it, it'll be like, oh, that's kind of cool. I got it. So have fun experimenting with it. Yes, if you do want to go and just find out what the master notes are, there are places you can look for it. And I will leave a link to this infographic, which it does have the master notes laid out, so you can see that. But this is kind of cool how they came up with this very quickly. So basically what we're seeing is when you put the tonic on, you have a 30-minute window where it will allow more traces to be seen around you, and there'll be traces that you regularly find. So there's a lot of low, a lot of medium. Occasionally you'll come up against a high, and I even have seen one severe with the pink flares around it. And anything with that pink flare around it is something that comes to you because you have the tonic on. Now, if you have a tonic, the person playing beside you will not see those foundables. So these are only available to you. They have to put a tonic on to see them, and they'll see their own set. So these are individual, and they are separate from other people. So this means I have a whole bunch of testing to come in the future, and we're going to be playing with this potion and doing mixtures with it and seeing how does this work with dark detectors. Can you have a spawn that is both dark detector and tonic controlled? There are lots of ideas like that that would be kind of interesting to play with. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. If you have any suggestions for research on this, please let me know those down below. Now, all this being said, Day of the Dragons is about to start, and if you are in the Asia-Pacific, Australia area, you already have it going. It's going right now, and I'm actually watching Anthony Constant, and I'll leave a link to him down below. He is doing a live channel right now showing how the dragons are coming out, and holy cow, they are spawning like mad. So this is very, very important here. Listen up, because this will change your game. Apparently, for this 3-hour window, the dragons are spawning constantly. Like, he's taking 20 feet and seeing 3 more dragons suddenly pop up. It's dragon after dragon after dragon after dragon. So for 3 hours, you can pop those constantly. And here in the U.S., they are all emergency. Other places in the world, you're going to have severe and emergency in there. So the emergency spawns, the emergency dragons, the one with the red flare, the fireball, and the Peruvian viper tooth, those will be worth 1,250 XP right now if you have a Barufio's potion on. They're normally worth 500. And then you put on the Barufio's Brain Elixir, and that brings it up to 1,000. And then there is a 25% increase that brings it up to 1,250. So I'm expecting most people can catch around 40 to 50 of these an hour once you get used to the trace, because they do go all over the place. And if you can do 40 of them an hour, that means for that window, for 3 hours, you will make 150,000 XP. That is incredibly huge. So yes, get out and do this and have a lot of fun. Now this brings us back around to the potion. Should I use the tonic while out there? And yes, the tonic is spawning oddities. So if you are out and about and oddities regularly spawn where you're at, the tonic will bring them about. And Anthony even showed one on his page where the tonic brought a dragon to him. So if for some reason dragons aren't spawning quite fast enough for you, go ahead and throw a tonic on there. It may bring one or more to you during the time period. Now, it is a costly expenditure. They do take a lot to brew, but if you want to, great, go for it, because this is a once-in-a-while chance that you're going to get 2 different dragons spawning like absolute mad. Get out there and get all the XP and get all the dragons you possibly can. So yes, if you can't tell, I'm like crazy excited, because we're going to be able to catch more dragons in that 3-hour window than I was able to catch in the 10-hour window of FanFest, because they are spawning so fast. So new potion and Dragon's Day, this is a fantastic combo, and I was expecting this potion to come out sometime next week, thinking that might be a hype for that. But actually having this potion together with Dragon's Day it's mind-blowing, absolutely huge, and they are doing an amazing job to make this game fun, because for that 3-hour window, it is going to be crazy, crazy fun. Now here's a quick tip for you. Dragons are very hard to return, and it's not that they're hard to knock down, that they have a lot of XP. It's that they move all over the screen, and each dragon moves in different patterns. The Opal Eye actually moves in a very smooth, flowing pattern, and it's not easy to track because you're expecting it to bounce around more, but it keeps flowing and moving all over the place. The Fireball bounces up and down just like a zigzag and is very hard to keep an eye on. The green stays up by the top, and then the Peruvian Viper Tooth tends to go more in a diagonal pattern. So you want to work on keeping the patterns down, and once you understand the pattern of a particular dragon, your finger can memorize that pattern because it does the same pattern every time, and this makes it much easier to get. So they are hard to get because you have to focus on them, and your finger has to have a lot of skill to get there, but they're not going to take a lot of energy. Most people can knock them out in 2 hits and be on the road. So I hope you like this. I am really, really getting excited. If you can't tell, this is just like, I'm happy. I'm really looking forward to this. I have a little over 12 hours until I get to play. So I'm getting excited, and I hope you are too. Please let me know your thoughts, comments, and ideas down below. And I think that's about it for now. Until next time, have a magical day. I think this is a very good reason to break out the last chocolate creatures I have. I don't have anything to do in this place, so I haven't figured out what I want to get. If any of you have any idea of what I should replace this with in future videos, let me know. But for today, for our last one, hopefully, I would love to get a dragon, but I don't think there are any dragons in these. That would be really, really appropriate. But today we got, Hedwig. I guess Hedwig flies. Hedwig is kind of like a small dragon. And then for our chocolate creature, hopefully it's not a Thestral. I've gotten... Ooh, Acromantula. That's a new one. I haven't gotten the Acromantula. So there you go. Have fun.